And he kept it.
I'm not sure if he kept it.
We didn't see anything, did we? I
I'm
didn't
pretty sure
see
he
mulligan.
mulliganed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think
Kolento.
there's any way Savjz would keep that hand.
Yeah, I don't think either. I'm just curious because we didn't see the mulligan phase.
Double sky golems.
Yeah, this is not exactly amazing.
Mhm.
Kolento coining out the Nubian egg here, knowing that with the defender, I mean the abusive sergeant, he can just trigger it whenever necessary. This, however, is a bit of a better top deck here from Kolento. From Savjz here, the Aldor Peacekeeper will allow him to mitigate some of the damage output that might be coming out.
Yeah, I wonder if it was a mistake to attack the Nubian egg, because now it allows Savjz to...
Well, he wants to play as Aldor Peacekeeper.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Dark Bomb. Yeah, I don't know if it's really the optimal play here, when you can just play Void Caller and get a Jaraxxus or Doomguard. There's 2 Doomguards in that deck. Oh, the Equality Consecration going to be a massive deal here to handle some of the big demons that come out for free off the Void Caller.
Yeah, Equality Consecration is kind of Paladin's get out of jail free card. Basically, it's your panic button as well. If something goes wrong, you can reset the board for 1 turn, and then hope your opponent doesn't have any other big follow-ups coming up.
The Floating Watcher here, Savjz saw it last game, but it didn't get to do anything, amazing. And the Paladin Sky Golem is one of those cards right now that is going to be quite useful, because even if the Floating Watcher goes up to 6/6 on the back of a life tap, it still will not be enough. A Twilight Drake. Allow me to express my surprise.
I think this is kind of Kolento's take on a Warlock that isn't weak to BGH. I believe there aren't any actually BGH-able targets in Kolento's deck.
There are no giants that I've seen. So
yeah, we've seen a lot of players, they see that Handlock is not that strong right now because everyone's just running double BGH. Even Kolento's deck right now is running BGH. So players have been trying to build handlocked-ish decks that play around BGH. And one example is a deck that's used by a player named Zelay. He used it in the ESL series. Basically, it had Twilight Drakes, and it had a combo, the Arcane Golem double power Faceless combo, and it was very effective. It didn't have any BGH-able targets, and it won him that week, I believe.
Yeah, it's one of those. A lot of decks are trying to come up with no BGH targets, so they don't fall prey to the massive tempo swing that BGH offers. And Kolento made a really nice play here, where he just managed to get himself a Doomguard out and the Floating Watcher as a 6/6. So Savjz is in the position where he is absolutely forced to wipe the board before things escalate any further. And between Lay on Hands, his anti-heal bot, he should just be able to replenish his health to a position where he's just super comfortable with it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Between yeah, Lay on Hands is also a very good card to play next turn. You're not really pressured by this board right now. It's only 6 attack worth of power. So Savjz can just heal up to full health. Or Tyrion is also a play. We haven't seen any owls from Kolento's deck.
No, I haven't seen a single one, but maybe it's because, I don't know, he cut Ancient Watchers, so maybe he feels like you know how Iron Beak Owl can be used for 2 purposes? One of them is offensive, in that you silence your own Ancient Watcher to turn the aggressive gears on, or to be a defensive play against enemy minions. So maybe he decided to cut them because their versatility was not really optimal in this deck. But I guess it's a personal choice here. He's playing Haunted Creepers maybe instead. Good targets for Dark Iron Dwarves and Abusive Sergeants. Alright, so Tyrion has to be dealt with in a way here for Kolento.
Yeah, and without silence, I think you're going to give him an Ashbringer.
And there's no weapon removal that we've seen. Matter for concern, perhaps. So he's just going to use a Spider and the Dark Bomb, or a Shadow Flame play.
Oh, Shadow Flame, not very bad in this situation.
Yeah, it kills the Shade of Naxxramas before it gets completely out of hand. Ooh, Dr. Boom. Okay, so the prerequisite was met, 7 mana and more, you're good to go. Not playing around MC Tech because, why would you?
Yeah, if I were in Savjz's position, I'd be thinking that this doesn't look like a deck that would be running MC Tech.
No, probably not. It's just
yeah,
what value are we going to give him, really?
There's so many weird cards in this deck, right? That he's got this card and this card. How is he gonna fit my MC tech in?
Yeah, so there's a big game hunter. There's two of them, in fact. So Dr. Boom is more Sneed's old shredder. Kolento basically made the I don't want to get BGH deck. This is pretty much exactly what I would expect from a deck like that.
Yeah, pretty much everything in this deck is not BGHable. And probably, even though he's running a Void Caller Demon-ish type of deck, he probably doesn't have Mal'Ganis either, just because it's a BGH target. Yeah,
it would be his only BGH target that we've seen, in fact. Alright, Defend of Argus.
Yeah, this helps Kolento survive the boom bots.
So he's playing around the hope that his opponent does not have the additional equality, but the Consecration is going to be pretty much just as good in this case. So do you play anti-Killbot here, or do you prefer to play the Sky Golem instead?
I don't think you're that threatened right now, but we can see Kolento's hand right now. It doesn't really have any burst, but Savjz might be a little scared because it's such an unfamiliar deck. Against decks that against decks that you kind of know most of the cards of, you can predict the maximum amount of damage they can do to you in one turn. But this versus this type of deck, it's just anything goes, kind of. Savjz is going to play a little safer, play the anti-kill bot. He thinks he's in a favorable position right now, and I would probably tend to agree with him, so there's no reason to take a big risk.
I would agree with him. Oh, wow. Is Void Caller Shadow Flame? No, he needs to get Jiraxxus. He needs to keep Jiraxxus in his hand. There is no way he will drop down the Void Caller at this point. But Sneed's Old Shredder, really a big minion here for Savjz to handle.
Okay. Piloted Sky Golem will come down on the field. Savjz watched those games between Tice and Kit Kats. He saw how powerful a Kel'Thuzad coming out of this Sneed's Old Shredder is, so he doesn't want to become a victim to that again.
But it's a bit problematic at the moment because Void Caller and Shadow Flame, that could just wipe the board clean. If Sneed's, bops up the piloted Sky Golem. I mean, the problem is it's a 50-50 for Kolento right now, where he might just risk getting his Jiraxxus thrown out by the Void Caller. Oh, wow, that is not at all. Wow. Yeah, this might this be a Shadow Flame turn?
Yeah, that Shadow Flame would be a pretty big risk, I'd say.
Just because of Jiraxxus not coming back? But we saw an anti-kill bot in Kolento's deck, and how is Savjz going to land an extra 6 damage on hand? Where does Savjz find 6 damage right now without Dr. Boom?
I feel like another play could be just Shadow Flame Sneeds, and then just hope you get a Kel'Thuzad, right?
He got the Doomguard. That is really important. That's like the best absolute pickup for Kolento in this case. And the Sneeds dies, bringing Mimron's head. Okay.
All right.
Mimron's head not exactly.
At least that's okay. You don't really care too much about Mimron's head. You can just kill it with the Ashbringer, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, and if Jiraxxus does come out, Savjz's hand is going to be more than refilled, if not two-filled, in fact. All right. So he has seen Jiraxxus, which, as you said, was a really crucial piece of information from the last game, going to allow him to play around with that. And Zombie Chow is more of a liability here for Kolento than anything else. He doesn't want to let his Paladin opponent heal up anymore.
Yeah, Jiraxxus is almost certainly going to come down this turn along with the Zombie Chow, and now Kolento, his board is extremely strong. It's just about whether Savjz can use his card advantage to come back from this game. And the thing is, if you use Harrison Jones right now, you risk discarding your equality.
Yeah, which is something you'll definitely need. So maybe just killing the Zombie Chow to heal yourself up in a proxy manner, then...
Well, I think Savjz is going to use his True Silver and then throw down the Harrison, just so he won't discard as many cards.
Do you really need equality, though, if you remove the weapon from Jiraxxus? I mean, you'll need it anyway for the Infernals.
Yeah. I think he's going for it.
And Jaraxxus's weapon gets put in a museum. Consecration, very nice card.
Kel'Thuzad, that's a good one. Sludge Belcher is alright. Truesilver is alright. Quartermaster
This is
alright.
great. Quartermaster.
Okay, Muster,
is...
you don't want Muster. You don't want Minute Shielded Bat. So both of these cards from Savjz were very good. Some of the best he could have hoped for.
There's one top deck left that he's going to lose, but that's left to... We still have to see what it is. Oh, the anti-kill bot here coming in for Kolento, which... Wait. He could have attacked Harrison, sacrificed a 1/1, and then healed. Oh no, he had no weapon. Never mind. What am I talking about? What am I saying? I just saw the museum fill up. All right, so Kolento's just in a position where Infernals are his biggest, if not only, win condition at this point. All right, no equality yet.
That was a good one.
Yeah, but Kolento's on 15 health. Is there a lethal looming? I'm not looking at it. I can't see the cards on the far left. I'm not sure what it is.
It's because Consecrate really messed up the boards. Whenever you Consecrate with Paladin, it kind of shifts the board up or down. Yeah, I'm sure you're familiar with that.
Yeah, I've seen that happen multiple times. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, Consecration will allow Savjz to help himself. Oh, I think it's a lay on hands on the far left. That's right. I remember him having two of them. So perhaps Consecration Sludge Belcher is what he needs.
Yeah, that would be a great play. The thing with Jaraxxus in this kind of more mid-range Demon Warlock is that it's not as good as it is in Handlock just because you don't have as many supporting cards that help you activate the Infernals.
Yeah, standalone threats, basically.
Yeah. Basically, I've only seen one Defender of Argus in this Warlock deck. There's no Sun Fury Protectors. There are Shadow Flames, but Kolento has used at least one in this game, I believe.
Yeah, there's one left in the deck, if he plays two, that is. I haven't seen any other supporting cards you mentioned, no Sun Fury Protector and whatnot. I haven't seen any more of that.
Okay. Okay, Savjz goes for the double taunt instead, and he's going
double
aggro.
Double taunt and just aggression. Yeah. So he's counting on his opponent not having any silences.
Or any...
Which, actually, yeah, that is still a very nice play.
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Savjz is the type of player who he doesn't always need... He thinks in ways that I can win by just going to face, and I don't have to clear the board. I can be aggressive. Savjz, this is the point where he's turned it on, and it's going to win him this game.
Yeah, it's actually going to win the game for sure. He was, I think, very favored anyway, but this is going to just win faster. And I think these are the kind of opportunities where you don't let your opponent top deck anything he wants. And that's kind of trademark of a player who absolutely understands what he's facing. He picked up on the deck he was facing pretty quickly.
Yeah, he made really excellent reads overall.
Yep, so Kolento's mid-range Warlock, not going to surprise Savjz twice.
Now, Kolento is also actually just going to use the Big Game Hunter. I think Kolento knows Savjz's deck. He knows that it only runs one BGHable target, which is the Dr. Boom. And he just wants to fill up his board as much as possible.
Yeah, and he's hoping that Kolento has nothing, but the odds of that are what? Near null. I mean, he didn't discard anything that he could have lost. I mean, that he couldn't win with from the